Hello everybody, today we're going to be ranking the first 151 Pokemon from Generation 1. We're going to be including Mega Evolutions, but we're not going to be including regional variants and Gigantamaxes. We'll hopefully bring those in a later video, and we're going to be ranking on aesthetic purposes rather than competitive viability. So, let's go! First up we have Bulbasaur, and I really like Bulbasaur. I like the kind of dinosaur look he's got going on. He's got like triangular scales on him. And I like the little bud on top of his back. He's going to be an A tier for me, straight off the bat. Like, I love Bulbasaur. Next up, we have Ivysaur. And I'm not as big a fan of Ivysaur. I like the concept. I just feel like Bulbasaur hit it on the head with how good it wants to look. Ivysaur is going to be a B tier for me. Next up, we have Venusaur. And I love Venusaur. Venusaur is my favorite looking starter from first gen. Venusaur's an S tier for me, like, straight up. Venusaur's my favorite. I know that everyone's favorite's normally Charizard, but I just prefer Venusaur. Yeah. Next up we've got, sorry guys. Next up we've got Mega Venusaur, and I just think it's a bit too much more going on. I don't like the changes they've made enough. I think it's definitely going to be like a C tier for me. I'm not the biggest fan of the little alterations they've made to him to change him up a bit more. Next up, we have Charmander. And Charmander's cute. He's definitely going to be another A tier for me. I really like his concept. I like his vibe. I like his energy. Which sounds a bit silly, but I don't know. And a little flame on the tail. I love that little addition. Charmeleon, on the other hand, it just kind of overcomplicates it a bit too much. I like the sharp lines, but I don't know, I feel like changing the color scheme was just some weird jump they did between Charmander, Charmeleon, and back to it with Charizard. Charmeleon's a C tier for me. Charizard is definitely in the A tier for me. Look, it may not be my favorite, but it's iconic, and I love the look of it so much. Next up, we have Mega Charizard X. And I love Mega Charizard X. He is fucking the best. I'm going to dump him in S tier. Like, the color scheme, you've got the blue flames coming out of his mouth, you've got the jagged wings. The concept is so nice and so cool. Next up, we have Mega Charizard Y, and I like him. I kind of prefer normal Charizard, but he's still, pretty good. I'm going to put him in B tier. I don't know, just something about him. He's grown on me a lot. He would have been D tier before, but he's definitely grown on me, and he's going to sit in B tier for me now. Next up, we have Squirtle, and I really like Squirtle. Again, he's really cute. All the starters are really cute. Squirtle's going to be an A tier for me. Wartortle, I actively dislike the look of. Wartortle's a D tier. I'm probably going to get shit on by somebody for that, but I just don't like Wartortle. I don't like his look. I don't like his vibe. I'd actively avoid him. Blastoise, again, it's just a weird jump. He doesn't look like he matches the Squirtle line, but none of them really are cohesive. Not as much as, the Bulbasaur line and the Charmander line. He's going to be a C tier for me. And again, with Mega Blastoise, like, I'm just not a fan of it. I don't like the cannons. I don't like the concept. It's weird. It doesn't look like a turtle. It doesn't look like a dinosaur. It looks like some weird hybrid, and I don't like it at all. We've got Caterpie next. Caterpie's a bug. Like, I'm not going to say anything else. Caterpie's a bug, and that's it. Metapod is super cool, though, and Metapod's an A tier. I love the look. He's so funky. He's so groovy. I love his, one eye you see on that side. I don't know. I just really like it. Butterfree, on the other hand, I don't know. I used to be really into Butterfree. It's just kind of gotten lame on me. It's a C tier for me. Next up, we have Weedle, and again, Weedle's just a bug. He's definitely a bit cooler because he's got that spike on his head, so he's going to be a C tier for me. Kakuna, on the other hand, again, really cool. He's going to sit right up there alongside Metapod. I really like I like the sharp edges on him. I really like it. Beedrill is so cool. Beedrill's an A tier for me as well. I really like the concept of the stingers being on the hands and everything like that. Mega Beedrill is another S tier for me. I like how it's kind of his stinger on the bottom. He's got so many stingers. He's got, 1, 2, 3, 4 stingers going on. And, I don't know. I like how rigid his like bottom stinger is. It's just a really cool. It's so intimidating. I love it. Pidgey is a bird. Again, I'm not gonna talk more about that. Like Pidgey's a bird, and I don't really care for Pidgey. Pidgeotto is pretty cool. I mean, it's gonna be a C tier for me. It's a bit better than Pidgey. Pidgeot is, yeah, another C tier. There's nothing going on with it really. Like, they just look like birds. I like the kind of longer mane. Oh, it's gonna be a B tier just because it's a longer kind of mane. It looks really cool. I like the concept, but like straight off the bat, Mega Pidgeot is like, or Pidgeot is so cool. I love the blue on the wings. He looks like a dinosaur to a degree. He looks like a bird of prey. Again, like, you know, Mega Beedrill, he looks intimidating, and that's why I think that's why I don't like these Megas that much down here, the Venusaur and the Blastoise, because they're not super intimidating compared to, you know, your Charizards. Next up, we have Rattata, or Rattata, or Rattata. He's a mouse, or a rat rather, and I like him, but like, he's a C tier. Like, that's the extent of my thoughts on him. Eradicate, again, those fuck off big teeth are so cool, and I like that, but he's nothing better than a C tier for me. Like, honestly, like, that's the most I'm going to give him. It's all the respect I have for him. Next up, we have Spearow, and Spearow is another bird, and he's a D tier. Like, I've got no love for Spearow. I never really liked Fearow either, but Fearow is definitely cooler now. He's going to be in B tier up with Pidgeot. I don't know, I just like his look a bit more now. I like his kind of color scheme. I like everything kind of going on with him. Next up is Ekans. And Ekans is going to be a C tier for me. It's a bit cooler than a normal snake, but nothing too special. Arbok, on the other hand, I really like the concept. I like that he's got the kind of face on his kind of belly. His kind of cobra part. It's going to go up in an A tier for me. I really like him. I don't think that Arbok's super viable, but looks wise, like, just so cool. I love it. Pikachu's an A tier. Like, it's memorable. It's iconic. I love the look of it. It's probably a bit of nostalgia pushing in here. I definitely grew out of Pikachu for a while, but still, look wise, I really like it. Raichu is a B tier. Not as cool as Pikachu, but I still really like Raichu's look. I like the kind of corded tail, so it's a bit longer. I like, you know, the bigger ears. I don't know. I like his concept. Sandshrew is going to be a C tier for me. There's not heaps going on. I like the concept a bit, but there's just nothing really happening there. Whereas with Sandslash, you kind of elevate it. You've got those spikes on the back. You got the sharper kind of claws. It's really cool, and that's definitely a B tier for me. Next up, we have Nidoran, and Nidoran female here. Nidoran female is kind of okay. I mean, it's probably going to jump into C tier for me. Like, nothing's really going on. Nidorina, same kind of thing. It's probably a B tier for me. I like it a bit more. Nidoqueen, I'm not a fan of. I don't like the kind of soft edges and stuff like that. Like, it's kind of a Kangaskhan kind of vibe. I'm not the biggest fan of it. And same thing with Nidoran male. Like, it's going to sit there because they're essentially the same. But Nidorino is a B tier, and Nidoking is an A tier. Just, it's a poison type, but it feels like it's so much more. Like, it's, I don't know. Like, I would not want to confront that. It's so intimidating. Like, how tall is this guy? Like, it's so intimidating. It looks so cool. It looks like interesting. I like the sharp edges. I love the ears. I love the horn. It's just something that really ties together really well. And like, I don't know, the concept's great. But like, at the same time, like, how tall is he? He's only 1.4 meters. Like, he's not even that tall. He's so short. And yet, so intimidating. They're so small. Like, what the hell? Like, I fully expected it to be so much bigger than that. I guess not. Clefairy. I like Clefairy. Clefairy's gonna be a B tier for me. Clefable's kind of scary. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just something about it puts me off. I really like Clefairy. It looks so approachable and huggable, but Clefable looks like it's going to suck your soul out. It's those eyes. It's a C tier for me. Like, those eyes just throw me off so much. I cannot handle it. After that, we've got Vulpix. And Vulpix is cute. Vulpix is going to be an A tier for me. I really like Vulpix. I like the look of Vulpix. I like the concept. I like the extra tails. It's really cute. After that, we've got Ninetales. And Ninetales is so majestic. So cool. Another A tier Pokemon for me. Like, this generation is going to be definitely up this end, I feel. But I'm surprised how many I've already got in C tier. Like, we'll wait and see. Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff's alright. I kind of like that it's a ball. It's going to be a B tier for me. Nothing more than that. Like, I really do like it, but it's just not at that kind of level for me. Wigglytuff, again, I really like it. I know a lot of people tend to hate it, but I really like the concept of what they went to after Jigglypuff with Wigglytuff. I like it. Fuck Zubat. I'm not going to spend any more time on that. I hate the concept. I hate the design. And just bad memories. Golbat, on the other hand, I really like Golbat. Golbat's an A tier for me. I like the big ass mouth. I love the fangs. I love just... He looks so scary. And also, he is bigger than Nidoking. He's 1.6 meters, 5'3", and that's scary. Like, if something that big walked up to me looking like that, I would not want to go near it. After that, we have Oddish, and Oddish is cute. There's not much really going on with it, but it's going to be a C tier for me. Not a D tier, but it's just not at a point that I'm really fussed on it. Gloom, I love Gloom. Gloom's sick. Gloom's going to be a B tier. I love the kind of look of it. I love, you know, the drooling, and it's really giving off that kind of poison vibe now. It's really cool. Vileplume. Vileplume's going to be a B tier. I want to put it in A tier, but it's just not at that point for me. I mean, like, it's so intimidating. That kind of tipping, blocking off its face, the shadowing. It's really, like, I used to think, you know, how could that be a poison type? But looking at it now, like, you're definitely getting poison vibes from that. It's so cool. And even the more you look at it, the more detailed it gets. Like, you look at that little the spore at the middle. It's so cool. You have Paris. Buggrass. I feel like this could have been a poison type as well. Paris, I think, is going to be a B tier for me. I really like it. It's really cute. I like the mushrooms on its back. I don't know. I really like the kind of concept behind it. What's it meant to be? What is it meant to be? A mushroom Pokemon. So, like, is it meant to be like a crab or something? Okay. Parasect. It's cool. I prefer the kind of concept of it having a couple of mushrooms on its back. Parasect, I think, is going to be a B tier for me. These are Pokemon we don't really talk about much anymore. You know, your Parases and your Parasects. Next up, we've got Venonat. And Venonat's cool enough. I mean, it's going to be C tier for me. Not much is going on with it. It's kind of boring. Yeah. Venomoth, I like. Venomoth's going to be B tier. I really like Venomoth. I like the kind of concept. I like the look. I like the moth vibe it's giving off. And they did a real good job of kind of giving it that look. Diglett's cool enough. Diglett's B tier. Same with Dugtrio. Like, I feel like they should be lower, but I know something about them is just really cool. Like, I like the concept of it. I like the feeling of it. What's he meant to look like? Do we still have no clarity on what they look like underneath? We still have no clarity on what they look like underneath that dirt. What? Okay. Meowth. Meowth's a solid A tier. I really like Meowth. I love the coin. I love everything about Meowth. It's just such a cool Pokemon. I know the anime's probably made me a bit more biased on that, but just... the design's so cool. Persian. B tier. I used to hate Persian's design. It just looked like a cat to me before, but just the coin turning into just a gem on its head. I really like that. I think it's definitely going to be a B tier for me. Psyduck, I'm bored of. Psyduck's a D tier. I know I'm going to get, like, hate for that, but I just not a fan of the look of Psyduck at all. Golduck is an A tier for me. I love Golduck. Like, just everything about it. The big Kappa vibe it's got going on. The gem in its head, just, oh, it's so cool. We got Mankey, round piece of shit, C tier. I really just not a fan of him. I don't know why. I prefer Primeape. Primeape's going to be a B tier. He's just so much more intimidating. Got the bands around his arms and legs. I think they're like weight trainers, aren't they? Like meant to be weights or something. So he gets even stronger. It's so cool. I love Primeape. Another Pokemon I don't really hear spoken about much anymore. Primeape and Mankey. Growlithe. Growlithe's a cool little A tier for me. I really like the look of Growlithe. He looks so loyal. He's, I don't know, just the stripes as well. Just a really cool Pokemon. Arcanine, solid S tier. Like, I'm not even going to mess around. Arcanine's one of the coolest looking Pokemon and still is to this day. Like, he's so big. Like, how big is he meant to be? 1.9 meters. Another fuck off big Pokemon. Just so cool. So majestic. Poliwag. I really like Poliwag. Poliwag's cute. He's going to be a B tier for me. Poliwhirl. Another B tier. This whole line's actually pretty cool. I like the concept. I like Poliwrath a lot. I don't know. I like the big gloves. He looks like he could definitely brawl madly at ya. He's going to be an A tier for me. My taste on this is so weird, but like, I don't know. Like, that's just, I love the vibe of Poliwrath. Abra's another really cool one. Abra's gonna be a C tier though. I don't know, just not much going on. I like the concept enough, but not enough to really put him any higher than that. Kadabra, I really like. I love the spoon. I love the stripes on his belly. I love the star. I don't know. I'm gonna give Kadabra an A tier. I really like that. Alakazam though just feels like a step back. The design's got less going on, less happening. It's gonna be probably a C tier for me. I don't know. I feel like they could have swapped Kadabra and Alakazam, and it would have made more sense. Mega Alakazam though, just straight up solid A tier. Like the spoons, it brings back everything I loved about Kadabra, and really just elevates it. I love it. Machop. Machop's gonna be a D tier. Like, it's boring. I don't care for it. Machoke, I'm gonna slide up into a B tier. I like that he's a bit more complicated. He looks like, you know, mid tier. He looks like a solid Pokemon. Machamp, straight up A tier. Like, used to have a dislike for Machamp, but just looking back now, it's so cool. Like, I love the belt. I love the, you know, the riffs on the head. It's just the forearms, giving me big Ben 10 vibe. I love it. Bellsprout, I really like this Bellsprout line. Bellsprout's going to be a B tier for me. I don't know. I just really like Bellsprout. Then Weeping Bell, again, another B tier. Oh, no, A tier. I love the look of him. Love the eyes. I love the big open mouth. Victreebel, just S tier. Like, I love Victreebel. I don't know why. I just have a mad affinity for Victreebel. Tentacool. I used to hate Tentacool so much. Tentacle's definitely up in B tier for me now. Tentacruel, again, another A tier Pokemon. I really love it. It's really cool. Next up, we have Geodude. And I really like Geodude, but again, like, points to whoever said, like, let's just have a floating rock be a Pokemon. Like, I don't know. I like him enough. He's going to be a C tier for me. Nothing more than that. Same with Graveler. Like, C tier. Oh, D tier. I really dislike Graveler. I hate the look of him. Golem. C tier. Like, there's nothing more going on there. Nothing more that I care about there. I used to have an affinity for these Pokemon, but not anymore. Ponyta. Straight up B tier. I love it. Rapidash is an A tier straight away. I love Rapidash. I love the concept of it. It's so cool. It's just really nice Pokemon. Next we have Slowpoke. Slowpoke's kind of boring. I think Slowpoke's going to be a C tier for me. After that, we've got Slowbro, and Slowbro is a lot cooler. I really like Slowbro. Slowbro's going to be a B tier. I really like that he's got it on his tail. It's just like chomped down. He's just vibing with it. You know, what can you do? It's all part of life. Ain't gonna change the way mustard tastes, kind of bloke. I really like it. Mega Slowbro, I like, but not as much as normal Slowbro. I think he's going to be a C tier. Just looks a bit weird. He's like engulfed completely. What do you, punch holes in the side? Next up, we've got Magnemite. Magnemite's pretty cool. B tier. Magneton. A tier. I really like Magneton. I love the concept that's three of them combined. So technically, you've got 3 Pokemon right there, even though it only counts as 1. And it's only 3 Magnemites. But for some reason, it's just so much cooler. And that's weird to me. Farfetch'd is okay, I guess. Farfetch'd is a little boring. I think it's going to be... I really prefer the Galarian Farfetch'd, so Farfetch'd is going to be a D tier. Doduo, D tier. Really don't like Doduo. Dodrio is 100% a B tier for me. It's, you know, a good mid-range Pokemon, mid-looks. I love the concept. It's got 3 different personalities, 3 different looks. I love the color scheme, everything about that. Seal is cute as shit. B tier. Dugong, A tier. I fucking love Dugong. He's so cool. It's such a basic concept, but also just enough changes to make it look like a Pokemon rather than just a normal animal. Grimer is going to be a B tier. I don't know, not heaps going. I love his big grin, but Muck, fucking massive A tier. Just this hump of bloody gunk. It's so cool. It's just disgusting. And like, how big is it meant to be? 1.2 meters is enough of gunk to like make me literally shit myself. Like, I'd be freaking out if I saw it coming towards me. Shoulder, I feel like would get more points if it didn't have its shitty little tongue out. It's gonna be a C tier. I don't know, just I feel like the tongue ruins the concept. Cloyster though, just so cool. Another A tier for me. Like, Cloyster's so cool. After that, we've got Ghastly. A really cool line, this one. I really do like the Ghastly line. Ghastly's going to be B tier. And Haunter is going to be an A tier. Gengar's going to be another A tier. I really like those two. Just, it's such a cool line. And fucking Mega Gengar is another S tier. Like, I know this is like, what, half Megas at this point, but just Mega Gengar elevated what Gengar was, and it looks so cool. I love it. I love it so much. Onyx is okay. A C tier. I like the horn he's got, but other than that, like, nothing much really going on for him. Just some big rock snake. We've got Drowsy, I think it is. Let's check. Drowsy. Yeah. He's okay. B tier. I prefer Hypno. Hypno's, oh sorry, C tier for Drowsy. B tier for Hypno. I prefer Hypno. I prefer the concept behind Hypno. I don't know, he just looks a bit better. Don't know what's going on with the kind of tuft around his neck of fur. It's cool enough. Krabby is a crab. And that's all I'll say on that. Krabby's a crab. D tier. Kingler's a bit cooler. I do like Kingler a little bit more. He's going to be C tier. Voltorb. He's so cranky, and I love it. Apparently I found out it's because he has negative charging. That's why he's cranky. Electrode's an A tier because he gets his positive charging and he's all smiles. And I know, I love that they actually put in that concept a bit more. I always thought it was like a Pokeball, but I like the concept that like he's also like negatively charged. It's not something I ever considered until the other day. Like, these Pokemon have been out for how many years, and it's not something I considered till the other day. I like Execute. Mostly because think about how grim is that one of them in the back is dead. It's cracked open. That's a B tier for me. Executor, B tier. I like it enough. It was a tricky one to pick just then, but I don't know. It's pretty funny. Looks like it's stoned as hell, and I love that. Cubone, straight up A tier. I love Cubone. It's so cute. The concept's great. Marowak is a B tier in my opinion. I don't know, just the fact that like it's just a skull at this point rather than like, you know, wearing a skull, it kind of detracts from the whole point of it. But it's good enough and I kind of like it. After that we've got Hitmonlee. I love the kind of personality in Hitmonlee, like the ribbed legs, he's kicking. I love that. He's only an A tier for me. Straight up an A tier. Hitmonchan, B tier. I like the boxing concept, but I don't know, just Hitmonlee's a bit of a better looking Pokemon. Lickitung, I don't like. I don't know why. It's going to be a C tier for me. Who sat there and said, let's have a Pokemon with a fuck off big tongue and he can lick things? Like, coughing's cool, B tier. Wheezing, A tier for Wheezing. I like Wheezing a lot more. I like kind of the concept of two of them there. And that, like, just the gas coming out, it's so cool. What else? Rhyhorn. Rhyhorn's okay. B tier. Looking at it more, I really like Rhyhorn. I like the concept. I like that he's like, what was he? Wasn't he the first like created Pokemon or something? Isn't that like the whole point behind it or something? Something like that. And then Rhydon's just elevation on that. A tier for Rhydon, like just so cool. After that, we've got Chansey. I'm okay with Chansey. Chansey's a C tier for me. Like, nothing special to me. I'm not the biggest fan of Chansey. Tangler, I love. Tangler's an A tier for me. Some of these are super forgetful, but like Tangler's just such a cool concept of just vines. Like, it's a vine Pokemon. Like, what? It's so weird. Kangaskhan, C tier. It's okay. It's kind of boring. Technically, there's two Pokemon there, isn't it? Mega Kangaskhan's a D tier. There's nothing interesting about it. There's nothing going on with it. It's literally just the baby has climbed, the Joey has climbed out of it. Like, it's boring. It's lame. And the fact that it's meant to be the Mega Evolution has pushed it down further for. Imagine making that a Mega Evolution. Imagine making a Mega Evolution, pitching that and they accepting that. What? Horsey is, yeah, nice. I like Horsey. B tier. Seadra. Yeah, another B tier. I like the concept behind Seadra. I like the color scheme. I like the kind of, it bleeds into the white, yellowish, creamy color for its like fins. Goldine's a fish, and so is Seeking, and I will not be taking comments on this at this time. Like, they're fish. Staryu, C tier. Starmie, B tier. Starmie's just a better Staryu, and I like the big gem in its face at that point. Like, it's so cool, it's so detailed, and I love the whole spinning concept. Mr. Mime is just weird, and I love it. B tier. Cypher, A tier. I love Cypher. Cypher's such a cool Pokemon. Jinx. Yep, we're gonna move on from Jinx. I get what they were going for. The design's okay. Like, it's just really poor form, like, and excessive. I don't like the Jinx model. I don't like the Jinx character. We're gonna talk about Jinx. Electabuzz, A tier. Electabuzz is so cool. It looks so fun. Magma, I like Magma, but just the look of it's kind of not as good as Electabuzz. Magma's gonna be a B tier. Fucking love Pinsir. Pinsir's an A tier for me. I don't know why, I just have an affinity for Pinsir. It's just so cool. Mega Pinsir just like, yeah, I guess the best way to explain it is, you know, when you see a cockroach or something on the ground and you go to like get rid of it and then it fucking launches off the ground and flies at ya? That's Mega Pinsir, and that is so intimidating. Like, it's so cool. Like, I would not want to come face to face with it. How big is Mega Pinsir meant to be? 1.7 meters. Yeah, no thank you. Get away from me. Hell no. Tauros is pretty cool. I like the free tails, and they had a thing for like gems on the heads of Pokemon in this generation, maybe others. It's gonna be a C tier for me. It's not much after you get past the Wild Bull concept. Magikarp, I'm biased here because I said Goldeen and what's his name, Seeking were just fish, but just Magikarp looks like a little bit cooler. Put him C tier. Gyarados is Gyarados. Gyarados is an S tier. I love the look of Gyarados. I love the concept. Mega Gyarados, on the other hand, he's going to be a B tier. I like him enough, but just, it looks messy. It looks bloated. I don't know. The design's just a bit much. Lapras is going to be another A tier. I really like Lapras. I like the concept of it. I like the look of it. It's so pretty. It's so, like, elegant. It's really cool. Ditto's boring. Ditto's going to be a C tier. I can't bring myself to put him in D tier, but he's a C tier. There's nothing much going on with him. Eevee is just cute. B tier for Eevee. Like, I love it. Vaporeon, I think, is pretty cool. B tier for Vaporeon. A tier for Jolteon, because just Jolteon's so much cooler. I love the jagged edges. I know he seems a bit messy, but, like, I like that it's, like, Magna Point electrical, sparked up, hair on end kind of vibe. Flareon, another B tier. I like Flareon enough. It used to be my least favorite completely. Now it's just okay. Porygon I like. Porygon's gonna be a B tier. Damn, B tier is sitting firm, and C tier too. Jeez, everything's mid tier here. Omanyte, I really like Omanyte. Omanyte's gonna be a B tier. Omastar is an A tier. I really like those, like, the beak he's got there. It's, like, so scary. It's really cool. I love the concept of what they've gone with Omastar. Like, especially, like, with the spikes on the shell. It's so cool. Kabuto, pretty cool. I like those red eyes. Like, it's so creepy. Imagine, like, you walk into a cave and that's what you see. It's so cool. I love that. Kabutops, I really like that as well. I like the kind of sharp claw kind of hands it's got. I really like that. I like how it's just a shellfish Pokemon. And it's not even that tall, but, like, I think that's going to be another A tier for me. They're really cool. I really like those original fossils. Same with Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl's another really cool one. I think Aerodactyl's going to be an A tier for, S tier for, A tier. It's just not at that S tier level for me. I really like Aerodactyl's concept. Mega Aerodactyl is cool. I don't know why. I just don't like it as much as Aerodactyl. I like it. I like the concept behind it. I like that it's looking even more, like, prehistoric, but just, it's not on that level for me. Snorlax is Snorlax. Snorlax is cool. Snorlax is going to be an A tier for me. I really like Snorlax. Articuno was always my favorite bird. I think that's definitely an A tier for me. I think all the birds are going to be A tiers. Just, I really like their concepts. I love, you know, Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres are really cool Pokemon. I love the flames. I love the, like, lightning vibe. I like that they kind of flexed exactly what typing they were without, you know, being so... Look at him, he's got ice on him. Look at this one, he's got lightning bolts coming out of him. Look at this one, he has flames coming out of him. But Moltres, I like the flame concept. I don't think it's overdone. I think being able to get those other birds looking that way without having, like, you know, electricity coming out of him or ice on him and still giving off that, you know it's an ice type, you know it's an electric type just by looking at them, really cool. Dratini is really cute. Dratini is going to be a B tier for me. Dragonair is an S tier. I really love that design. I really love the design of Dragonair. Dragonite it's grown on me a lot more. It's definitely an A tier for me now. I used to hate it, and now it's just really cool to me. Mewtwo, I used to be obsessed with Mewtwo. I think Mewtwo is still going to be an A tier for me. I think Mega Mewtwo, I used to hate Mega Mewtwo Y and loved Mega Mewtwo X, but Mega Mewtwo X is like a C tier for me now. Y is definitely like a B tier for me. I still prefer normal Mewtwo. I don't know why, it's just a preference there. Like, I don't know, it's just grown on me heaps. And now, lucky last, Mew. I think Mew is going to be an A tier. I really like the kind of parallels it draws with Mew too. Mew's just really cool looking. I love the concept. I love the pink. I feel like it is a bit overdone as a Pokemon, but it's still really cool. And I love it. Like, I don't know. It's hard to move past that. Yeah. So if you want to see the rankings, here we go. So we've got S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, and D tier. And I'll upload a pic of that at the end as well if you guys want. No worries. Thanks for hanging out, everybody, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Let me know in the comments if you want to see another one of these. We can do Gen 2 next. And then Gen 3, Gen 4, whatever, we might do a shiny one. I'm happy to do whatever. And some more concepts. Thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to like and subscribe.